Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. We're actually going to be taking a look at some different accessories for the Nintendo Switch OLED, or more specifically, Switch grips. Now, the reason for this is because I don't necessarily find the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode to be exactly comfortable. The buttons are just a little bit cramped, and because the face buttons are directly above the analog stick in such a close proximity, it can put your thumb in a bit of an awkward position. So because of that, earlier this year, I did actually go out to try to find a better solution to make it more comfortable to play this console in handheld mode. And I tried different controllers, I tried different Switch grips, and I tried like 5 or 6 different options, and most of which I just did not like. I tried the Satisfy grip. I thought it was way too heavy for what it was. I tried the Hori Split Pad Pro. It lacked in features, and after trying all of the various options, I finally found the perfect Switch grip for me, which was the Oivo Switch grip. It's kind of funny because this was actually one of the cheaper options. I believe it was like $15 or $20, but if you are looking for a standard Switch grip, I would highly recommend the Oivo grip, which I will leave a link in the description below. However, after finding this perfect Switch grip that I absolutely loved, well, then I bought the Nintendo Switch OLED. And I did not really realize this when I bought the Switch OLED, but it is slightly bigger than the standard Switch, which means that Oivo Switch grip no longer worked. Yes, unfortunately, I have now set back on the path again to find the perfect solution to make the Nintendo Switch OLED more comfortable. So with a slightly longer than expected story, I have been testing out 2 different Switch OLED grips over the last month. One being, once again, from Oivo, which obviously was my favorite for the standard Switch, and then the other one from a company that I hadn't tried before, being Skull & Co. Now, I actually bought the Skull & Co grip myself, but however, they were nice enough to send me out several different accessories, which we'll kind of touch up on here in just a little bit. Now, as for the Oivo, they actually sent this one out to me for free, so just a little heads up that several of the accessories in this video was sent to me for free. If that matters, just keep that in mind. But I will give you my 100% complete and honest opinion. That is a promise. So the first grip here that we're going to take a look at is Oivo. Considering this was my favorite for the standard Switch, I obviously had a lot of high hopes in this grip very specifically. The Oivo grip, once again, is very budget friendly at $21 on their website, though it is on sale right now for $17 as of this video. And the thing that this grip does very well is that it's actually an asymmetrical grip, which puts your right hand just slightly further out, which will better position your thumb to access the face buttons and the right analog stick. It's actually quite a genius design, and this is something that Satisfy also does with their Switch grip, which is actually one of the most popular grips on the entire market. Like I said before, I did actually try that grip out in the past, but for me, I just think the Satisfy is far too heavy for what it is. But here with the Oivo, this is a very lightweight grip that has a similar design. I also think it feels very nice in the hands in terms of its texture. It is a plastic grip, but it feels really nice, and you don't even hardly notice it's there. You can just pick this thing up and go. I think in terms of comfort level, the Oivo grip for the Switch OLED is still the most comfortable grip in my opinion. But unfortunately, the OLED version does have a major problem in my opinion, and that is actually the hooks on the bottom that actually secures the Switch OLED in. Now, this might have worked with the original version because they did have those bezels on the standard Switch, but here with the Switch OLED, it does just ever so partially cover up the bottom part of the screen. Now, it's just barely, but it's something that really bothered me as I was playing. Now, for some people, they might just be able to completely ignore it. For me, I just cannot ignore it. It's there, and it is something that I really did not like with the Oivo grip. Now, there's some other things that the Oivo grip does very well, though. It does have a kickstand on the back that works phenomenally well. No, unfortunately, you cannot use the kickstand that comes with the Switch OLED, which is actually really awesome, but the kickstand on the Oivo grip does work very well. You can actually also insert different carts into the back of the grip, which actually gives this quite a good mobile factor as well. So you can carry this on the go and bring several carts with you. So there's definitely some pluses with all of the features that the Oivo grip has, but if those hooks on the bottom are going to bother you, that's definitely something to keep in mind. If that is something that you just cannot overlook though, we do have another grip to take a look at here, being Skull & Co. Now, I had never actually heard about Skull & Co. until here recently, but I had been hearing some good things about them, so I thought I'd give them a try, and yeah, I can absolutely understand why people praise this grip very specifically. The Skull & Co. is yet another budget-friendly option, sitting at $20, or you can opt out for the $40 option that does include a case as well. However, right now they do have a Black Friday deal going on, so if you want to get a little bit of a discount, definitely check the link below. With that said, the Skull & Co. Neo Grip has this really unique design. Basically, you have this outer shell that you slide on the back of the Switch and then secure it with a pin. And not only does it feel secure around the Switch, but also, unlike the Oivo, it doesn't cover anything up on the screen. This is a very sleek design, and I think it just looks good on the Switch. But what makes this specific grip so special is that you can actually interchange the grips themselves. It does come with 3 different styles of plastic grips that you can slide onto the back. And something that kind of surprised me with this is that it doesn't feel loose at all on the Neo grip. When you slide these grips in, they are going to stay, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. Now, the 3 different grips are going to vary quite a bit in how they feel. You do have this bigger style of grip that's kind of rounded off. It did kind of remind me a little bit of the Satisfy grip, if that is something that you're interested in. For somebody who just wants a grip that kind of sticks out really far to where you're not really touching much of the Switch itself, this would probably be the grip to go with right here. Though, for me personally, this was not my favorite. I didn't really notice a big difference while using this grip in specific. For me, the best of the 3 was easily the trigger grip. And this one right here is designed kind of similar, where it does stick out far, but it has that trigger to where you can rest your finger on while you're playing. Now, that doesn't really seem like a big deal, but this does make the Nintendo Switch OLED highly comfortable. In fact, I was shocked by just how much I liked this grip in specific. Not only does it feel comfortable, but it gives you easy access to the face buttons and analog sticks. It's lightweight, so you don't really notice this too much while you're playing games. And I also do like the texture, once again, with its plastic grips. Now, the last grip, though, being this smaller textured size of grip, I don't really know what this one was for. I didn't even hardly notice a big difference with this compared to just using the Switch without the grip at all. Not a big fan of that one, but overall, the Skull & Co. Neo grip gets 2 big thumbs up for me. Now, I would say that this grip has one flaw, and I also do have a suggestion for Skull & Co. as well. The one flaw with this device, and this isn't really a deal breaker or anything, but because some of the bigger style of grips stick out so much, you can't really use the kickstand on the back of the Switch the way it was intended to be. The way they designed this thing is it does have an open back that gives you access to use that kickstand, which is a really nice feature, but because these grips sticks out so much, the Switch OLED just can't use the kickstand at every angle. It's not a major deal, but something to keep in mind. The one suggestion that I would have when it comes to this device, though, is maybe have another set of grips as well, because I do think that the asymmetrical design on the Oivo grip and Satisfy, I do think that is a genius design. It really does allow for the perfect angle for your right-handed thumb. So I would like to see them incorporate maybe having another grip in the future that does give you that asymmetrical design. Because these grips are interchangeable, I don't think that that would be a big problem to do, and if they were to do that, I mean, there would really be no reason at all to get something else on the market. So that is something that I think that they should consider in the future. Even then, though, I still find the trigger grips in specific to be comfortable enough that I would highly recommend this grip. Now, like I said before, though, they did send me out several other accessories as well, and this includes the carrying case. And I have to say, the case is actually quite perfect. It has pretty much everything that you want. You can actually store all of your grips in the bottom compartment of this case. You can also carry the Switch OLED with the grip on it. It has a screen protector over top, and you can also store several different game cards in this case. It even has a hard outer shell, so if you were to drop this thing, hopefully you don't, but if you do, I feel pretty comfortable saying that it would more than likely not break. So I really like this carrying case a lot, and if you are on the go quite a bit, I think that this would be a good pickup alongside the Skull & Co. Neo Grip. The Neo Grip case combo does cost $40, though again, it is Black Friday, so you can actually pick this up on sale right now. I believe it's $33. Some other things that they did send me, though, includes a screen protector, which, yes, the Switch OLED absolutely needs a screen protector, so that is something that you might want to check out as well. They also sent me thumb grips. I'm not really big into that type of stuff, but if you are, again, they have that. And they even have some button accessories as well, which you can install on the Nintendo Switch. This does include a regular D-pad. I know a lot of fans out there really does not like the D-pad on the Switch where it's 4 separate buttons. So that one is interesting if you just really do not like the D-pad on the Joy-Con. Now, the one other thing that they did send me here that was kind of interesting is a rechargeable Joy-Con grip with interchangeable grips. So what this allows you to do is install your Joy-Cons into this and use it as kind of like a controller. The Nintendo Switch comes with a device like this, but what makes this one a little bit different is that you can actually put those grips on with the Neo Grip onto the back of this device. So if you just absolutely love something like those trigger grips, you can use this rechargeable Joy-Con grip as kind of a controller of sort. If you do like to play in TV mode and you're looking for a comfortable controller, this might be something that you're interested in at a pretty good price for that matter. It sits at $20 on their website, and again, it is currently on sale thanks to Black Friday. It also allows you to charge your Joy-Cons while playing, so that's a nice little feature as well. There you have it, though. We did review 2 separate Switch grips today. Again, I really think the Oivo grip is extremely comfortable. I love the asymmetrical design, but if those hooks are going to bother you because they do slightly cover up the screen, you might want to pass up on that one. As for the Skull & Co., it doesn't have the asymmetrical design, but those trigger grips are just so insanely comfortable, and I love the customization with this grip very specifically. I also think it looks incredibly sleek on the Nintendo Switch OLED. Anyways, though, that's it for this episode. But if you liked the video, don't forget the bell notification and subscribe button for more content just like this. Also, if you'd like to support the channel through Patreon, thank you for making this content possible. Peace out.